right. Did you know I do a video for every sign every month? Oh, this is Mr. Persnickety here. I guess he wants out. I guess he's run out of patience. But I'll do a good reading for you every month. So if this is not your sign, go to my webpage or go to my YouTube page and pick out your month. All right. Thank you. Bye. Hi, this is Sherry at Twisted Granny Tarot. It's time for the Gemini Tarot Scope. Yes, this is the table where the cards are read using a horoscope diagram as a diagram for the cards. It looks like this. It's a big circle. It's got 12 slices in it, just like a pie. Each one of those triangular pieces is labeled with a topic of a part of your life. Love, recreation, children, career, those kinds of things. Okay, we cover a lot of ground with that. And we're going to get it in the month of September, because we can get a really good picture of that with using that diagram. Anyway, also, this is the table where my friend Link, he prints a catalog. He does not a catalog, it's a calendar every year, and it's called A Year and a Day. And he studies ancient mythology. Let's put it that way. So here's an interesting thing. On the September 25th, here's a note. The birth of Sedna, Eskimo goddess. Now, I was told that people of the northern persuasion don't like to be called Eskimos. Well, I don't know why it's called Eskimo here, but it really doesn't have anything to do with American Eskimos, like we used to call them. Anyway, it says birth of Sedna, Eskimo. I put Inuit over top of it. Goddess of the sea and the underworld, Greenland, Siberia, and the Arctic. So even up there, they have a goddess of the sea and the underworld, because you can't see what happens in the water, right? Okay. All right. So the deck has been shuffled and blessed and cut, and we are ready for the first house for Gemini. And your first house is what you're thinking about right now. Oh, look at you. Oh. You're feeling a big heart full of actually generous feelings about people who are less fortunate than you are. So I think that somehow some of you have come in closer contact with the people that are suffering in our country right now. And you want that to change because you want everybody to be treated the way they should be treated. You want kids to have shoes, food, backpacks, a bus ride, a way to get to school, clothes. And you also want to have people treated equally, not separated into separate categories. Equality. Thank you very much. We're all children of God, aren't we? Okay. Second house is your money. What's going on with your money, Gemini? Okay, kiddo. Are you spending it on your girlfriend, your boyfriend? Are you spending it on people you love? So you're spending your money on people that you love, not the least of which would be your romantic partner. Okay, that's what this is. Now, is it possible to make money? Well, you could get in a kissing booth and make money in a kissing booth. I guess it's fair. I don't know. I've never tried that, but dogs do it, you know. So anyway, I can't wait to hear y'all's explanation of how this money is affecting your love life. Anyway, make comments and put them in the comment column, and I'll get back to you. Okay. All right. Third house is communication. That means short distance travel, emails, telephone calls, parking tickets, messages. Wow. Look, you got 3 major arcana in a row. 3. What is going on with you, Gemini? Oh, I know what it is. It's all those planets, those 4 planets that are moving around and affecting Uranus and Jupiter and Saturn, all those things up there. Ooh, yeah. In case you haven't realized this, those planets have not been in that position for 250 years. What happened 250 years ago in America, folks? So we had a revolution then. I think we might be having a revolution now. Anyway, whatever's going on with you, you are in a abundant stage. You are in abundant stage. For some reason, you feel wealthy, you feel happy, things are going your way. Maybe they haven't felt like they've gone your way. I'm pretty sure last month things were not this good because you were having issues with, was it your boss or something? You were having issues at work. So it looks like you negotiated a truce. Okay. Fourth house is your home. Look, it even improved your home life. These two people here represent friends you've had for a long time, a friend or lots of friends that you might have had for 5 years, 10 years, since you were a child, since you were in school. And actually, you're in an expansive mood and you feel like you want to have those people over for company. Maybe not all 50 at once, but maybe 2 or 3 at a time, no? So maybe you're going on because this is the other thing. Why would you see old friends at your house? Well, because they're coming to see you. Matter of fact, people are coming to see us and next month too. Okay, all right. So how about that? Fifth house is romance and creativity. Now, why is that? Now, this guy is upside down. Okay, romance and creativity. Wow, what am I going to do with the next card? Romance and creativity. This is the Pope. It says Hierophant. He just means he's the Pope. The Pope is the ruler of a large institution and of the higher mind and your spiritual nature, or a person's spiritual nature. So why is he in the fifth house? Fifth house is romance. Do you want to get married? It was upside down. Maybe you should wait. So I'm going to tell you to wait. Don't pop the question yet or delay the ceremony until X, because some things are required to transpire before you pop the question or agree to the situation. Okay, sixth house. You got another major arcana. What is going on with you? Did I do a shuffle wrong? Okay, how can you do a wrong shuffle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Work and health. Okay, well, look. Okay, well, all right. It doesn't get any better in your work and health department. If you had health problems, they're gone because the Empress decided you were not going to be sick. Okay, you took control of that. And if you're at work, whatever issues you were saddled with at work that made your life feel less than perfect, the Empress fixed that too. So now around the office, is it true that now your status has increased at the office? Because that's what she means. Okay. Seventh house, marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Okay, well, here's okay. This fellow right here, this is you, and you're sort of bored with these 3 cups that are on the ground in front of you, and they're not enough for you to play with anymore, and you're bored. And you want to change some things. Now, we're talking about marriage partnerships and business partnerships. What is happening is somebody's going to help you that change. They're going to bring you something out of a clear blue sky that you are not expecting. Now, I don't know if that's money for the ring. It could be just an event. You want to make a special event because you want to pop the question. You want to have a celebratory summer. Something is going to happen to you within the next 30 days that will allow you to feel freer about some situations that you felt limited by. Pack that in there. Something you felt limited by is now going to be improved because, the longer you think about something that you want, the more likely it will come to you. So you have wanted to be freed up from that dread of the uninspiring work. Okay, that's going to change because that's a business partnership. Okay, now the marriage partnership, it's still a cup, so they still have to do with wonderful things that you and your spouse or current romantic interest will share. Okay, 8th house is money from other people. What? Money from other people means income tax checks, inheritance checks, lawsuit checks, things like that. And this is a knife. So I'm sorry if you thought you were going to get an inheritance, it's not going to come this year. This thing, that's what a knife does sometimes. Now, there might be some conversation about it. There might be a talk about it. There might be, well, somebody could be making their will and they may be deciding to put you in it or take you out. But whatever's going to happen, it's not going to happen for a long time. I mean, whatever this is in regard to money from other people, it's going to be a while. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ninth house is philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. Got that? Philosophy, education, and long distance travel, and spiritual study. So what are these girls doing here? They are happy because Gemini, those topics make you happy. You would be happy to go find a spiritual teacher and spend some time with that part of your psyche. You would also, sure as heck, would not mind taking a long trip for vacation this year. Now, what does long trip mean to you? Does it mean Paris or does it mean Paris, Tennessee? I don't know. So, good thing you can appropriate a long distance trip and spiritual study and that kind of thing if you pursue it. Now this, okay, you could pursue it, but you might want to put off the trip. It might be too soon, or maybe you could make the trip at the end of the year because this is September, of course. So now we only got 3 months left in the year. But anyway, those are really good cards to have in that department because it means it's possible if you are willing to research, and you could even, schedule the trip for next year. Okay, 10th house is your career. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Are you getting a new, something new is going to happen at work? And it looks like, all right, let's just say that there may be a change of responsibilities at your work. In other words, they may saddle you with more responsibilities but not pay you for them. However, maybe even if it's that, maybe you should just take it because it looks good on your resume and it looks good to the people in the office. The muckety mucks is somebody I used to know that said. 11th house is long-term plans and friendship, especially friends from work. So what we have here is, now look at here. What? You know what these people are doing? Well, I believe this here might be St. Peter, and these people are seeking entrance to heaven. So in your 11th house, some friendships are going to end, or B, some friendships are going to transform themselves into a different kind of a relationship. Okay? And whatever's going on there with your house of friends, it's going to be pretty important because this is a major arcana card. So this stands to reason. It sort of stands to reason that there may be somebody out there who is, if you want to switch jobs, call somebody you know and ask them if they need somebody to work there, because this card signifies that kind of change. It's the ending of one thing and it's the beginning of another. You've made a decision to abandon ship, if that's the decision that you've made, okay, and take on another project, whether it's with your current employer or the other or a different employer. Okay, 12th house. This is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. Where are you going? Well, guess what? I think I'm going to say that when your head hits the pillow these days, you go right to sleep. Because guess where these people are going? These people are crossing. Yeah, the river Styx, because they're going to be buried over on the island over there. So something, when you go to sleep, I think these days you just, boom, lights out. And that's that. So that isn't so bad because that means there's nothing that's keeping you awake with worry. So that's a good thing. All right, y'all. Now let's count how many major arcana we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of a 12-card spread. That is a lot of major arcana. So guess what? This September and the following months are going to be very important with regard to your life, because those planets up there are working on you, whether you agree to it or not. They're they're using their influence on you, whether you're aware of it or not. So, one day at a time, one step at a time, examine your motives and examine the opportunities, because they are out there. They are out there. Do not get yourself stuck in this, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like it. Make a plan and start concentrating on that plan. And you don't have to tell anybody. Matter of fact, I wouldn't tell anybody, because if you tell somebody, they might not want you to have that plan. So, yeah, work the plan. Okay? Thanks. This is Sherry at Twisted Granny Tarot. Love you, mean it, and have a great September, Gemini. I love you. I miss you. I'll see you in October. Thanks. Bye.